Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, welcome. My name is Jenny and this is our Houston Smith home. In today's video, we're gonna get started with a little bit of fall decor. We are getting ready for a camping trip, a Labor Day camping trip, and so I'm not gonna fully decorate. I've already put out just a couple of little fall touches that I couldn't wait on. But today I kind of want to focus on my kitchen. So for one thing, I need to get this kitchen cleaned up. My kitchen, if you follow me very long, you know that I just cannot handle a lot of things on my countertop. I don't like a lot of clutter, and it's kind of gotten to that point where it just seems very cluttered to me. I want to simplify. I don't put a lot out for fall in my kitchen, but I do want to add in just a little bit of fall touches, some fall colors, and I'm just going to pull out a few things. So I thought I would take you along with me. I even have a little DIY in mind. I'll call it a DIY, something very simple, but I'm going to go pull that out to take you along with me for that. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. A lot of you on last week's video did tell me you would like to see a Ross and TJ Maxx shopping trip. So I definitely want to fit that in, but this week I was going to be getting everything ready for camping. So I knew I wouldn't make it into town this week. So I thought we'd just pull out a little bit, get a little taste of fall, and then next week we'll try to go shopping and we'll just go ahead and get all of our fall decor out because we will be into September by then. So I hope y'all all have a really good Labor Day weekend. If you have any plans, I hope that you enjoyed that. We have a little long weekend planned. First things first, let's make us a cup of coffee, get us a little motivation to get started. We'll pull everything out and let's get to decorating the kitchen. One more thing I wanted to show y'all. Sometimes people will ask me what I'm wearing. I have to get way back here. What I'm wearing, and this little set came from Walmart, y'all. It is so soft. It's just like a lounge set. It's that Joy Spun brand I've shared many times before over on my Instagram. I love their pajamas, my favorite pajamas. But this is just like a little lounge set, and it has pockets. It's the capri length. This is the brown color, and I even ordered it in gray. It's that good. It's one of those things like, if I like it, I'll get it in another color. This is one of those. It also comes in black. I did get the brown and the gray. Super cute. I'll link it down in the description box. If you ever wonder about anything that I have on, a lot of times my clothes are old and not linkable, but if it is something new and I can link it, I will always have it linked down below. All right, now I feel like we can get something done. We got this cup of coffee. I was looking too for a coffee mug. Y'all know I like to keep like a seasonal coffee mug out on my Keurig, and I couldn't really find one. I'm gonna have to get up above my fridge, the big cabinet above my fridge. I store a lot of my seasonal stuff that actually goes here in the kitchen. But what I was talking about, I'll turn you around in a minute and show you, is like how I'm just starting to get a little bit too much clutter here. Like I always have this little area for my coffee corner, but it's just things are getting cluttered. I need some tips because if I don't have vitamins out where I can see them out in the open, I am just so bad to forget to take my vitamins. And so I've been leaving those sitting there, but they're not pretty. So I either need some kind of, I don't know. I probably could just put them here in this cabinet where my coffee mugs and stuff are. But anyway, let me turn you around. I'll kind of show you what we're working with here, and then I'll go out and get the little DIY I was talking about. So this is the little corner where I'm going to start. It's my coffee corner, and I'm just feeling way too jumbled up over here. Everything all pushed into that corner. I just cannot handle it. But obviously, I always keep my Keurig out here. I think I'm about to run out to my camper and get the Keurig that's in there and leave this one in the camper because the one I use in the camper will actually make a 12-ounce cup, and this one only goes to 10. So I think I'm gonna swap it out. Also, the one in the camper is like a, I don't know, almost like a bone color, I would call it maybe. It's a little more of a neutral color, not like stark white. So I think it'll look good up against all the white. Okay, I think I'm going to swap out and not use this tray anymore. And like I said, I just have vitamins everywhere. We've got to find a home for those. My husband's been making this coffee some. Still got the bunny rabbits out from spring. We just have stuff everywhere. So I just want to organize this a little better. I do like to keep my K-cups out. And I do want to do a little lamp. Y'all may remember I did get a new lamp. And this one's a rechargeable one. And I never think to charge it. So I'm going to try a different lamp over here. I think I'll probably will do the lamp here in this corner. Not 100% sure on that, but anyway, let's go ahead and start getting everything cleaned off, and then I'll show you what I think I'm going to use here instead of this tray. So I'm thinking I'm going to remove the tray there, the little scallop tray. I've got another spot that I think I'm going to put it. And I'm going to put this back. I used to have this up there at one time. It's so cute. It's just a wooden little riser. It's Hearth and Hand, came from Target. I love it, but I'm not super wild about the color. It's just very shiny and like kind of orange toned, which matches my cabinets a little too well. Y'all know I try to do anything I can in here to tone down that orange in my cabinets. So I think I'm going to take this outside and I'm just going to start by like sanding it down. I want it to have that look of the like McGee & Co ones, the really rustic look. I'll pop up a picture of just kind of what I'm going for. I don't want to do a ton to this. I know I could really do a lot of distress into it and give it that look, but if I can just sort of knock some of the shine off of this and knock a little bit of that orange tone back, that's what I'm going to go for. So we'll take this outside and try that here in a little bit, and I just wanted to kind of show you what I was talking about. I have a couple of these battery-operated sanders from Heart Tools. You can get these at Walmart, pretty inexpensive, and they just run off battery, so you don't have to worry about cords or anything like that. So I've got that round orbital one, and then I've got this little detail sander. So I just decided I would start with those. I'm just going to do the little detail sander since this is so small. Just going around the edges. I did end up just hand sanding a little bit on those corners, but didn't take long at all. I'm just wiping this down, and then I just sat it down in the sun to let it dry so I could just look at it and see what it looked like. So I decided to come back in and just go ahead and clean off the corner, spraying everything down with this Mrs. Meyer's. This is the Clementine scent. I don't know if that's a new scent. I haven't bought any in a while, but it smells amazing. I started out buying the hand soap in it, and then I went back and got the dish soap and the spray. I also really like the apple cider scent for this time of year. So I got that done. This is more of the look I was going for. I didn't do anything special. I just sanded a little bit. I left some of the finish. You know, I just wanted to have that aged, like worn look. I didn't want it to be just perfect. Now, if you wanted to, you could spray over this with a little bit of like a matte top coat or something. I didn't. I don't really foresee this getting really wet or anything like that. And if it does, it might just give it a little bit more of that aged look that I'm going for. So I don't know, we're gonna play around with it, but yeah, you could always just spray that. I would do like a matte finish because I didn't want the shine. I was wanting to get rid of the shine. So if you want to do that, but I'm just gonna try it the way it is. I really like the way this looks now. So let's go ahead and style the coffee corner. I did a whole video of kind of a fall haul where I was pulling out some of my old stuff and I was showing some new stuff. So you've probably seen some of this already. This little lamp I got at Walmart. When I saw it, I knew I had to have it for fall for my kitchen. So I'm super excited to use it. I was just getting it out here and getting it ready, and I was so shocked at how long this cord was. I was like, wow, you could really plug that up far away. Now, I don't need a long cord here where I'm putting it. So I thought, oh, good. I'll just, push the cord up in the lamp, how you can do that, and just hide the cord and get it whatever length you need. Well, bummer on this one. It has this little switch that you can turn it off and on, which I like that, but it's up so close to the base that, you couldn't really hide the cord. So luckily, I think I'll be able to hide the cord pretty easily up and under that riser. So that's going to work out good. But look how cute. I love it already. The cozy glow of that lamp. It's just going to be perfect for fall. Now, I did go ahead and run out to the camper. I swapped out those Keurigs. Now, on camera, it's not really picking up the color that I was trying to explain. I think the color may be called Stone, but it is not just a bright white. It has a little bit of a creaminess to it, a little bit of a stone color, grayish maybe you would say. So anyway, I just think it's going to work out good. And those 2 extra ounces, I need the 2 extra ounces. So we're going to work with that. And then I was trying to hide those cords where I plugged all that up. And I actually had bought this at Target. It's a Hearth and Hand piece. I'd bought it to go over on the other corner where my cookbooks are, but I felt like I needed a little something on the other side of this Keurig just to balance everything out, give it a little color, and also to hide the plug-ins a little bit better. Look at this. Surprise, surprise. I'm actually cutting the price tag off of something. Y'all be very proud of me. As you know, if you've watched me very long, I'm very bad to leave price tags on. So y'all be proud to know I cut that one off. This next piece was a thrift find. I picked up this tiny little creamer at the America's Thrift, paid $3.99 for it. I just thought that brown color on the top was perfect for fall. And then I just like to add in some stirring spoons. Now these are heart-shaped. I got those at Valentine's Day for my Valentine's coffee bar. I'd like to just order some plain ones. I also have some Hearth and Hand that are just plain round, but I only have 4 of those and they just stay dirty, it seems like. So anyway, I may get some just plain ones and put in there, but I love the copper tones for fall. Now I'm looking for something to put a few of my K-cups in. I like to keep some K-cups. I've got this little pumpkin. I had painted it. It was also a thrift find. I paid $3 for it. Painted it black and did kind of that little baking soda look to it. It does have a lid, so I thought I might could put some K-cups in there. I set it up here, and actually on camera, I'm liking it a little bit more than I did in person. But you'll just see me playing around a little bit. I didn't want to cover up my lamp. I wanted the lamp to be the star of the show, and I felt like I was putting too many things in front of the lamp. So you'll see me playing around a little bit here. I did have this wooden pumpkin. It came from Hobby Lobby. I do believe they still have these this year. It's a very shallow dish though, but I thought I could just sit some out there. This might work really well if you had some fun seasonal K-cups that were like pretty seasonal colors. Mine is just yellow. I love that coffee from Sam's Club, but I thought even the yellow could pull off fall. So I just threw those out there, and you're just going to see me playing around a little bit. Now, y'all know we have to choose a mug to put out on the Keurig. I love to put a seasonal mug out. I have several Halloween ones that are super cute, but I'm not quite ready for that. So I'm going to try out a few fall ones that I just had on hand. I haven't bought anything new this year. That first one came from the Dollar General. This one is actually a Hearth and Hand mug, but it came from the thrift store. It's a little small for me to actually drink, but I think it looks really cute on this Keurig, and I like that rim around the top has that fall color to it. And then this one I'm a little iffy on. It's a really good mug to drink out of. I got it from a pottery place in Pigeon Forge in the Smoky Mountains. Love it so much, but it has that blue on there. I think if it didn't have the blue, I would actually really like it for fall, but I wasn't quite digging it, so I ended up going back to that Hearth and Hand mug. Sometimes on this little hook, I'll hang like a seasonal towel or some seasonal pot holders or oven mitts or something like that. But I had this hanging there from spring, and I actually still like it. I think it really goes with the vibe, so I think I'm going to leave it. So this is what I ended up with over here in the corner. I'm really happy with it. I think that it is just a nice balance. It's simple, it's cozy. I'm really loving that little lamp over there. I feel like that lamp was made for a kitchen. They also have that lamp in black, y'all. So I'm going to link those. I know the brown had sold out, but I believe it's back in stock right now. And I really like the way that this little floral piece ties everything together. It sort of hides those cords a little bit, and it just really balances everything out, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. One thing about my kitchen, I always have a candle on the stovetop. I feel like I just love to burn a candle in the kitchen. Honestly, I love candles as decor, but as far as burning them, the majority of the time if I have a candle burning, it's going to be sitting right here on the stove. So I wanted to get the stove cleaned off. I wanted to add a little seasonal towel. You can see I have a towel hanging there. I always have a towel hanging on my stove, and I always have a candle on my stove. So let's swap out the towel. I got this new one from Hearth and Hand. These are my favorite seasonal towels. You can get this really big flour sack towel, Hearth and Hand. They're $3.99, well worth it. Usually they have just the really pretty seasonal colors. This one kind of has that deep maroon and chocolate brown and a cream color. So I'm just going to get it folded up and put it over the stove, and then I'm going to put out a new seasonal candle. One of my favorite scents for fall is the Pumpkin Bourbon Threshold brand candles. This year was the first year that I had seen this particular vessel. They have them in all different shapes and sizes, as you know, but these were only $10, and I just thought that was so pretty. I love the scallop detail around the edge. Now, right now through September 1st, so should be good when this video goes live, the Threshold candles are buy one, get one 50% off at Target. Now, they have tons of seasonal scents, but this particular one, Pumpkin Bourbon, is my fave. y'all, that is it for today's video. I didn't quite get as far as I thought I would, but I wanted to especially get this little coffee corner going. Plain and simple, didn't do anything extravagant, but I love the little touches. I even may play around with it a little bit more. Got that fall candle lit. It's just a cozy feeling. It feels amazing out today. There is a nice breeze, the sun is shining. It feels so, so good. So we'll get back at it next week, get back into some more fall decor ideas, and we'll do some more decorating. So I hope you'll come back. I do upload a new video every Friday, so I hope to see you then. Bye.